Before we get into a massive weekend of football, there is a few talking points this Saturday morning. Back to folk football. By the time you get this, it's the afternoon. I say by the time you get this, it's the afternoon. It's already the afternoon. It's 6 minutes past 12. But we've got some news regarding Roma. Got a bit of news regarding Chris Sutton. And, there's also a bit of news regarding Chris Boyd as well. So, right, Roma, they face an old firm lockout as UEFA act after Europa League chaos. So Roma were set to go to Glasgow twice. And the funny thing is about this, there might be no fans in either stadium because based on how things are going, attendances are down, both old firm clubs aren't very happy for a whole magnitude of different reasons. But yeah, it's a shame because Roma's got some great fans. It's a massive club from Serie A. It would have been a great atmosphere. Like I say, it would have been a great atmosphere from their perspective. Based on how negative things are at both old firm clubs, and a lot of people are opting out of going to these European games. Well, I mean, people are just opting out of going to every game for Rangers at the minute. But yeah, it would have been a weird atmosphere either or. The Genk game proved that, even despite being at home. 37,000. It's only going to go down in my opinion the longer Russell Martin stays. I don't even recall when this Roma game is, but it's a shame. I mean, football is nothing without the fans, and we've obviously had our own debacle here about no away fans, so this would be a shame. Now, it's not officially been ruled yet, but we'll read the article. Roma are set to face Rangers and Celtic without any away fans. The Italian Giants await a UEFA punishment. The Serie A Giants will travel to Glasgow twice in the Europa League this season, with Roma due at Ibrox in November and Parkhead a month later. But Roma are set to be banned from having any away fans at both of the games after ugly scenes in France for their game in Nice. French police made over 100 arrests and 13 of them are due in court in November. Faced charges that could see them banged up on a 5-year prison sentence. Police were attacked by Roma fans amid ugly scenes in the French city and at the stadium, and the local police later confirmed they had confiscated knives, rocks, knuckle dusters and hammers. End of quote. Well, they'll fit right in Glasgow then, won't they? But I mean, yeah, Nice is an absolute fucking shithole of a city. Add in a bunch of Roma fans carrying knives, rocks, knuckle dusters and hammers. What a shite job it would be being a police officer in Nice, I'll tell you that for free. But yeah, I mean, we're looking at 100 arrests here. I mean, a lot of weapons, a lot of charges, a lot of people going to court, potential a 5-year prison sentence. I mean, when this tends to happen, it looks like they will be banned from accepting any tickets for their 3 remaining away matches. So they've got Rangers, Celtic and Panathinaikos. So obviously that Nice game, I don't know when it was. Well, I know it was either Wednesday or Thursday, but first time I'm hearing about any drama regarding it. But they're mad though. They're mad. Some of these ultra groups in like France and Italy and beyond. It's actually mad. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend running around with knives is fucking great because it's pathetic, but it's like you look at every league in Europe, it's like the English league is just like a fucking tourist league, isn't it? Like, I'm not saying there's no diehard English fans, but you never hear of this stuff with England. It's always just fucking touristy shit, man. But Roma, they're going to be without their fans, so we'll move on. I don't see them getting away for this. They're definitely going to be banned. Brendan Rodgers wants one thing from Celtic fans, but I wouldn't bet on it happening, says Chris Sutton. Right, now, obviously there was an article the other day after the Red Star Belgrade game. It was like, Brendan Rodgers begs Celtic fans to get on board with the board. He did not beg them. It was simply just a case of, here, we need to be united kind of thing. And when the fans bring the atmosphere, that gets us going on the pitch. That's not begging. That's not begging the Celtic fans to get on board with the board. Definitely not. Now, this is Chris Sutton's Daily Record article. I'm not going to sit here and read all of it because, quite frankly, I feel like we do that most weekends. But the fact of the matter is this, we will read a little bit of it. Brendan Rodgers making a bit of a plea for peace ahead of the Europa League home games made sense. The Celtic manager said his piece and he now wants to draw a line under the chaos of the summer and concentrate on the football. Of course they want everyone singing from the same hymn sheet. But is it going to happen? I wouldn't bet on it. This weekend is the first home match since the Champions League exit and end of the transfer window and all the mayhem that followed, with the infamous statement, Rodgers' dynamite press conference and the financial figures coming out. We've seen the protests at Rugby Park and Firhill on the back of it all, and now it'll be interesting to see what kind of atmosphere there'll be against Hibs today, especially after fans announced a free game silence. I've seen that. But what? Well, I seen it, but I didn't read too much into it. Was it something to do like minutes or something? We'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? In terms of Celtic fans being quiet. I think Celtic are just lucky that their first game back wasn't at Parkhead. But yeah, tensions are still high. Understand it from Rodgers' point of view. He just, shite window, but he wants to just focus on winning games of football and doing well in Europe and winning trophies. But he's going to have to worry with these protests. At least what I would say though, at least Rodgers is fucking delivering on the pitch. That specky fraud at Rangers, Russell Martin, what's he doing? There's plenty of protests at Rangers, but what's he? He can't. Honestly, man, he couldn't deliver a letter through a fucking letterbox, Russell Martin. And I know all about delivering letters through bloody post boxes. Russell Martin couldn't run a bath. Guy needs to go. Honestly, I'm just turning this into the Russell Martin show, but putting a bit of specs on. Ridiculous. And also, Chris Boyd has called out the 49ers board. But more about that on my channel. So yeah, go check out my channel for that. I'm going to get stuck into Chris Boyd's comments later on the day. But until next time, peace.